This series is now Kyle Plays Zelda 2. It is Wednesday, July 15th, and that means it is 2 years to the day since Minor Key Games was founded. It was July 15th, 2013 that we launched this company. In the last 2 years, we've had 4 games on Steam, and we have 2 more coming down the pipe, so we're averaging about 2 games a year, so that's pretty awesome. SGC is going to be this weekend, and Classic Game Fest is going to be next weekend, so I don't have a whole lot of game updates. I've been trying to get teaser trailer stuff shaped up, so hi Cat. Cat, you are interrupting my video. So this week I've been doing a little bit more work on the intro cutscene to the game that I can hopefully also use as a teaser trailer. I think I showed some of that on last week's development blog. But I've been doing, like, I guess some character sketches and concept art that I can then take and translate to pixel art and hopefully get something in there that maybe I can ship with and hopefully have it done by, by the time you see this video, hopefully. Because SGC is right around the corner. And then I've also, in whatever spare time I've had, I've been working on improving the performance of the audio stuff that I brought over to the game a couple weeks back. After I made those changes, the performance was really, really bad. It was stuttering all the time. And I've ended up doing something that I'm pretty happy with. It keeps the file size down more than like if I just export the audio to like WAV or MP3 or OGG Vorbis or whatever. I'm still generating the tones in real time, but I've massively reduced the amount of work that it has to do, rather than taking in like all 16 MIDI channels and looking for like which one is the top most at any given time, and then calculating like the ADSR curves and all that stuff in real time. What I'm doing instead is I quantize everything to a fixed 60 hertz time step, and then I output a file that basically says for each of the 4 synthesizer channels at each one of these 60 hertz ticks, it tells what the frequency and what the volume of that channel is. So any sort of all the incoming MIDI channels, all the incoming instruments that I can define to change the way the instruments sound, that stuff sort of all gets cooked down to a minimal file format. And then when I run the game, I load up this file and do a minimum amount of work to say, okay, I'm generating tone at this frequency, at this level, go do that and mix them all together. So I don't have to be calculating all the envelopes and stuff in real time. So I think there's probably even more that I can do there to reduce the cost. It's even with those improvements, it's still a little bit slower than Super when the game was, which is strange. I would have thought this would be much faster, and I haven't yet looked into why that is that it's not. But yeah, it's definitely a huge improvement over where it was, and actually the file size is even smaller than the sort of like proprietary synthesizer format that I was using in the past. What I was doing in the past was I would take MIDI files, take all the MIDI events, note, on, off, all that stuff, and convert that to my own sort of minimal event set. It was basically the same sort of stuff. It was specifying when notes are turned off and on, whatever. We could also set like loop points and stuff. So that was a fairly small file size already. Now that I'm actually quantizing everything to 60 hertz ticks, it's like about half the size of the other one, so that's pretty cool. I spent a little time this week working on a demo build of Super Win the Game that I can take to events. That's basically a small, trimmed down version of the game that starts you out next to the speedrun courses and sort of limits you to the town of Lakewood and everything east of there, so like the Lakewood dungeon and all that stuff. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to like put that on Steam. I don't really know how much value there would be in having a demo of a game like a year after it came out, and also in light of the Steam refund policy, I don't really know if having a demo is worth anything at this point. But like, it exists now. It's something that I could put on Steam maybe. So if that's something that you would like to see, I guess let me know. Let's see, YouTube comments. Let's see, Diz13 pointed out that I mentioned an overworld map in last week's video. That's true. I'm hoping to have an overworld map in Gunmetal Arcadia. Sort of the logic there is I had a map in Super Win the Game, so I have the technology, so why not reuse it, right? I haven't yet figured out what purpose it will serve in Gunmetal, whether it'll be sort of like the Super Mario Bros. 3 or Shovel Knight sort of like board game map, essentially, where you're moving around between different levels. It might be more of like the, sort of Zelda 2, Final Fantasy style large map like Super Win the Game had. I don't yet know sort of what purpose it's going to serve in the context of the rest of the game, though. So I'm leaving the option out there, but I can't say for sure like what sort of shape that will take in the final game. Now let's see, beard comments. The beard is probably not going to stay. It's a temporary thing. Either that, or maybe I'll start a YouTube campaign to try to save the beard. That will be the basis for my Patreon. You pay me $1 a month, and you can vote on whether or not I keep the beard. That's a terrible idea. But yeah, I guess that's sort of it for this week. Minor Key is 2 years old. SGC is this weekend. Classic Game Fest is next weekend. Audio is less crappy. Intro to the game is happening, but not done yet. Yeah, I guess that's it. I pointed out on Twitter last week that I've been forgetting to beg for subscriptions. So if you like these videos and you'd like to see more of these, please like and subscribe. As always, you can leave questions or comments below the video, and you can also reach me on Twitter on ask.fm. My username is Pirate Hearts in both of those. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.